The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For the best in vacation plannings, just visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
I can't even fathom that, Scott. What?
And all I see, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse because in the beginning it was like $2.99, $5, $10. Now it's just $74. Like it's just replenishments of like $74. Like there's nothing in between. Like it's just, and then Scott's doing TikTok math with me last night. He goes, yeah, if you buy it on I found out you save 30%. If you buy it on, you save 100% if you don't send anyone coins.
I'm building connections and relationships, damn it. I give them, they gift us.
But also,
so Scott,
add in how many times he's been to the park, how much Bud Light he's drank, tequila,
here's where it gets worse.
Lewis has had in his mouth.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios, it's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. The good, the bad, and the funny.
okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
That's right, you're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number 1 by our friends and family and number 3 by the Orlando Weekly Readers Poll. We are the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting and the podcast where everything unfolds. If you'd like to connect with us, all of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. Follow us on the TikTok because we go live from the theme parks every single Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a lot of fun. Follow us on the YouTube. We're streaming right now live on the YouTube what we're recording right now, so you could see us, how goofy we look, my cool light setup in the background. It's amazing. But you can also check out our really sweet merchandise while you're on our website. Just click on that merchandise tab, and then you can become a friend with benefits. Join our clubhouse. That's our Patreon, and for as low as $2 a month, you can watch us record the entire episode live as it happens. Get cutting room floor exclusive material that nobody else sees or hears. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, my amazing co-host, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
Oh boy!
Our Jewish American princess, Sarah.
Hello.
Our emotional support gay, Nick.
It's a me. I'm a good.
And our producer, Alex.
I'm here. Oh crap, I hit record.
So, guys, there was something else I was going to completely talk about, but I heard some commotion downstairs right before we started recording, and I had to go investigate. I hear 2 female voices, one obviously being my daughter, one being my wife, and I'm like, okay. Is my daughter in trouble? What's happening? Do I need to step in? Because I recorded disses earlier. Something happened. I had to step away. So I'm like, okay, let me squash this now so I'm not interrupted in the middle of the episode. Chris, I walk downstairs and they're comparing period stories.
Oh, no.
And I'm
what?
What? I don't need to be here for this conversation.
Oh, wow.
My God, I did that today.
So quickly.
That's normal.
With Scott's wife and daughter?
No, but I could if, you know. I mean, we all have stories.
So is that a normal thing? I mean, do you talk to, because your daughters are stepdaughters. I mean, they're bonus daughters, whatever you want to call them. Do you guys have those conversations? I don't understand it. Yeah,
absolutely. I know the schedule. It's daughter, sister-in-law, me. That's how it happens every time. So when I got a text last week that was like, okay, game over, I am officially bedridden, I was like, great, I will be in the exact same spot next week. So yeah, we talk about it for sure.
I don't understand this phenomenon because I don't call Chris and I'm like, Chris, the bowel movement that I just had was incredible.
Chris calls me about it. So
what, Nick?
You should feel left out. I said Chris calls me about it, so you should feel left out.
Every single one. Like, Nick, I'm still bleeding a little, just to let you know. Is this normal?
It was just, and listen, I'm not someone that is scared of period talk. Like, I will go buy pads and tampons. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I've been through 3 births, a couple ex-wives. It's not a big deal. But I just don't understand let's talk about the literal worst time of the month. And
I think maybe it makes us feel better that we just talk about
like
it
therapy.
And compare. Exactly.
Misery loves company.
Maybe
Exactly.
it's therapy. I don't know.
Right.
It's like,
the
oh,
problem
that
is,
sounds really bad what you're going through. But mine wasn't that bad. And then, roles
Okay.
reversed the following month.
here's the problem though, Sarah, is they're both in that phase of the period when they're in the I hate men phase. So now I've got two of them giving me death looks. Plus my dog is in heat, the Ruby, the terror.
You didn't have to bring that up. That's weird.
Well, so all three of them are
So you're angry too now.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any this week. The dog won't even pay attention to me. Damn it.
They're all synced up. It's freaking it's terrible. And they all hate men right now. So I am public enemy number one in my house.
Do you do the diaper thing with your dog?
She actually does a pretty good job of keeping herself clean for a couple days. Like we should be, because she's still kind of like spotting here and there, but I've got tile floor and the cleaning ladies are coming tomorrow. So that's their problem.
Sounds right.
Oh, so if you clean your own house, then you do the diaper. If you don't, yeah.
It's not my problem. I've got cats that do little hairballs through the house. I'm like, the cleaners are coming tomorrow. That's their problem. That's what I paid them for. It's fine. I can show you right. There's two little piles, little puke nuggets right behind me. Now I'm careful. I don't roll my chair over them.
That's smart, actually. That's smart.
But I've got the cleaning lady. They can handle it just fine. They don't, but they could.
It's hard to find good help these days.
Exactly. So listen, I survived the unholy trinity of Rachel's dates, meaning Valentine's Day, her birthday, and our anniversary, which all fall within like a week of each other. We got the 14th, 16th, and 27th. So I survived. We went through the 27th.
That was awful planning on your part.
Yeah, come on, man.
Terrible planning. I thought that I'd be good and I could kill 3 birds with 1 stone when we set the wedding date. And she's like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Really? So I'm terrible at gift giving. This is like Christmas, like January is my break where I don't have to worry about any gift giving, but I have the anxiety of February. Because I've got the Valentine's Day, I've got the anniversary, I've got the birthday. And we've had this discussion. I kind of got out of jail free on Valentine's Day.
Scott, wait, you did give us a gift. You did give us a gift in January. You gave us January 6th.
Stop. So, I got out of jail free for Valentine's Day where I just started crying because I didn't get her anything. But she said, we're not doing anything because of our big anniversary trip to Jamaica. Thank you, Sandpiper Vacations, for booking that for me. And I did really good for our anniversary, but then there's still the birthday. And I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. My wife thinks her birthday is cursed. So typically she just sits around the house all day under a blanket and doesn't do anything. So this year I got her to make plans to go out of the house. But I did I bought her a really cute Mickey Mouse necklace with her birthstone in the middle. So did good. I survived. I got out unscathed. But it's horrifying. I'm a terrible gift giver and I usually wait till last minute. I usually get her something stupid, like a cell phone charger that she's never used. Like it hooks into the phone.
Oh yeah.
Like kind of what I have that I use at the parks for streaming. She's never used
gift
it.
You got her, wasn't it? Yeah.
What's that?
I mean, you live at Disney. Like for me, a Disney gift would be perfect. You can give me anything from there. I'd be happy.
She loved it, so I was okay. But I made it out unscathed. Am I lagging? I'm sorry.
No,
because I keep interrupting you guys. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's just how you are.
Yeah,
so.
I know. It's
We're used to it.
hate to tell you.
Can we speak of that? Actually, are we allowed to talk about that yet?
Sure, why not?
Well, so can you move? I'm gay, please.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
Well, first I want to say Sarah and Lewis are my top people right now. I mean, not just top, but like they're number one for me. Because they
especially when Lewis
safety.
is on top, right?
Well, yeah, especially when Lewis is on top or bottom, whatever. But they are very concerned about my safety, my security, my health. So as we talked about last week, I was in the hospital the week before that. They reached out to me, said, "Oh my God, like, are you okay? Can I get you anything?" Saturday night, I threw my back out. So we had a rough night. Piper was throwing up everywhere. We don't know why she was throwing up. And I bent down to pick up a towel off the floor, and
Chris, you okay?
My back. Yeah. So thank you, Chris, for that.
Wait, you threw out your back picking up a towel?
I threw out my back picking up a towel. I'm at that point in my life.
What kind of towel what was the towel being used for, Nick?
It was to clean up my daughter's puke.
Oh, so
Chris wants you to paint a sexy picture. Like, what were you wearing?
Yeah, I know.
Alex cut that. It was a soaking wet.
It accidentally fallen off my waist.
Yeah. And I just went down to, bend over, get ready. So anyways, threw my back out. It was an awful experience. I now know what close to what childbirth feels like, I feel, because it was awful. It's probably nowhere close, to be honest with you, but I'm a man, and anytime I hurt myself, it's very serious injury. So thank you, Sarah and Lewis, for concerning about me. I'm a lot better. I was able to move the past couple days, but
I asked you how you were doing.
Maybe not.
You're so welcome, Nick. We really do care. We want to stay on top of that all the time.
And here's how much they care. So we had some bad weather last night, and tornado sirens started going off at 5 a.m. So Sean wakes me up. We get Piper. We take her down to the basement, which is what we talked about in a previous episode. You guys don't have basements. So that's the safest spot. And a safest spot in a house is a basement during tornado. For you guys, it's what, like an interior not near windows, a bathtub or something like that.
My Harry Potter closet under the stairs.
Yeah. So we go down there. We have our basement finished. Tornado sirens going off. I messaged the group. I'm like, hey, we had some tornadoes and everything. And Sarah responds back and says, oh my gosh, I hope everything's okay. Thinking about you guys. Chris was still asleep, so nothing against him. The first message we get from Scott is, actually, let me pull it up. I don't even think I can go back that far. First message from Scott is, I have Genie Plus at 9:30. I was like, thank you for the concern, Scott.
Okay, in fairness,
you're more concerned about your TikTok right now than you are my life. And Sarah and Lewis, thank you.
In fairness, Nick, that was in a completely different group chat, and I hadn't seen that there was tornadoes. The back thing, yeah, I was a jerk. I responded I put something out there that, hey, what time do you guys want to hit the park? Or we'll do Thunder Mountain or something like that first. Oh, no, I'm about to go live from Epcot. And you're like, my back's fine, by the way. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I was a complete jerk on that one. The tornado, in fairness, I hadn't seen. It was on a completely different group text.
Yeah. So, we all need to have an intervention with this whole TikTok thing now, because you're very concerned about yourself.
Nick, do you remember what time you sent that text, by the way? Because
it was probably 5:40 in the morning.
Yeah. You want to know how long I'd been up at that point? You can talk about that real quick.
Yeah. What time did you get up?
Approximately 30 minutes. I'd been awake because I was getting myself ready for my job at the theme parks to TikTok with Scott. Yep. I wanted to make sure I was there. Yeah, I don't get paid for it, but I'm there. Actually, he bought lunch. I will say he bought lunch. So thank you for that, Scott. I appreciate it. I didn't know until after the fact, but thank you, Scott. I appreciate it.
Listen, and I've never said this because I would never do this, but because I know how crazy I am and I know what I'm putting you through, that's why I have no problem. That's why I will buy most of the drinks. I will buy the food and the Genie Plus, because I know what I'm putting you guys through. I'm putting you guys through hell.
Can you quit using the word I and use Rachel, please? Just because we all know the truth.
Yes, Rachel's paying for everything. My bad.
And thank you for buying them lunch. I was watching this TikTok earlier. You guys were like, oh, we're going to Casey's Corner. And if you don't know Casey's Corner, it's at the Magic Kingdom. It's on the left-hand side down Main Street in front of the castle. That is still, Scott, is the castle still there?
The castle's fine, damn it.
Oh my God.
Listen, there was a fake AI generated news story on mouseears.net or something like that, it was this whole thing about the castle burning down to the ground. And so 234,000 times I was asked today, is the castle okay? Is the castle okay? 200,000 of that was from Chris. But I kept showing the castle and reassuring everybody the castle's just fine until it wasn't, because we were walking by and the fireworks, I almost hit the deck. I'm like, it's happening. The castle's going to burn.
Yeah, we were all concerned too. I thought it was going to burn again, but I mean, Disney, they can build a castle overnight, so they just can't build Tron in 5 years. But I just want to say, as a gay man, and speaking on behalf of my husband as well, who's in the chat, I'm gay. Go back to listen to episode.
Talk about me, Scott.
180. My husband and I were super excited because you chose Casey's Corner, which is the hot dog place. Not only is it a hot dog place, but Lewis was there, and we have the most amazing video of him just slurping down that hot dog. He took really, really great care of it. It looked amazing.
Yeah, I didn't know who to focus the camera on.
I was going to say, do we not see him? He's just giving you, I'm not sure what kind of eyes he's giving you, but I think they're flattering.
Well, those eyes turn me on, and I'm straight as a...
I get it.
I mean, the hair today was on point for Lewis. Like, we're very, very proud of the looks. You guys, Sarah was giving off great looks too.
Thanks,
but
Nick. I get it. I do.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want to point out the woman because then you're like trolling women again. So.
Yeah, I feel exploited, but that's okay.
Exploiting women. Yeah. Sarah definitely steps up her dressing game since we've started going live. I mean, she's wearing the bell-bottom jeans today, the vintage Mickey t-shirt. The hair is all done. Just on point, Sarah.
Perfect.
On point.
Yes, but I decided that next week we're not messing around with that. We're doing biker shorts and t-shirt because it was so hot. But did you see, Scott, that it's a high of 69 tomorrow? So we're just gonna.
Oh,
I know,
that's a
right?
fun number.
It is a fun number. It's also really just bipolar because it was 85 today and it's going to be a high of 69 tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's cute. It's 22 degrees tonight and it was 68 yesterday.
Wait.
And we had snow Saturday and a tornado. So
that's the weirdest weather I've ever heard of, Nick.
It's literally Ohio. Like, it started getting warmer, so everybody's like, "Oh, it's springtime already," and then it snowed on Saturday, and then the snow melted the next day, and it got up to 60. Like, it's literally, it's horrible.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, that's all I had to say. So thank you.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
So anyway, sorry, Nick. Yeah, I suck as a friend.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
And I will work on my timing so that I text "Are you okay?" first before I say, "Hey guys, we got Genie."
You should
Plus
just assume something's happening.
Well, yes. So I'm going to go through my text messages, make sure I didn't miss anything. Are you sick? Did you throw your back out? Is there a tsunami in Ohio? I'll just check on it.
You never know.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, though, that when you created this new TikTok live group chat, I definitely sent a message that said, "So are we getting rid of the other one?" You were like, "No, not at all. This is just a separate one." How many times have we used the old group chat since?
Couple.
Exactly. Exactly.
But we use it.
The only thing it's there for is for Chris to change the picture.
Something.
No, I don't do that. I keep saying that I do that. Like, I'm not up that early. I'm not up at 7 a.m. changing the picture. I'm not up at 7 a.m. anyway. But I'm definitely.
It seems like you are. It's because I get this notification. Chris just changed the group photo. I was like, no, what's different about it?
It's like my OCD. It's like my OCD. It's like I'm adjusting I'm cropping it a little bit and just.
It was twice today. It changed.
It did change twice. Okay. So, but yeah, we still communicate on that when it's show related stuff because I'm very secretive about what we're going to talk about and what we're going to do on the show. I don't want anybody to know that except for the four of us. So,
I mean, I told my husband anyway. So.
And you also sent the whole, hey, Big Thunder at 10:15. We're doing DAS for the rest. Normally you'd send that in the tequila and brew because it's just the three of us. But you sent it to everybody. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, which is fine. Nick, I sent my login information to everybody.
Yeah.
I looked at Lewis. I already had it typed out. I was like, thank you.
Sarah, I did feel.
Just make sure that you sign me up for stuff.
I did feel really bad because I saw on your Facebook that like it was your best friend's birthday or something today. And I'm like, oh my God, did I make you miss your friend's birthday to go to Magic Kingdom with us? Because I mean, like, good. I'm glad. Don't miss a stream because it's important. But I did feel bad for a second.
No, it was fine. First of all, I've known her for 23 years now. So I've been to quite a few birthdays. Also, I told you she's got a husband and a kid now. So it's like she's doing her
Husbands
own thing.
And kids ruin everything.
They really do, honestly. Except for mine. I can't say that. He's amazing.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, it was fine, honestly. I have a job on Wednesdays. Everybody knows this.
Listen, you're helping grow that audience. It's amazing things. Big things are happening on the TikTok.
Okay. So I didn't want to have to do this while we record, but we're all here. The four of us have not talked on stream together. We need to talk about this now. I know that Nick, Sarah, and I have been thinking the same thing. And Scott, it's time for a TikTok intervention.
Why do I need a TikTok?
First of all, look in the mirror. You're wearing a Mouseketeer hat.
I am wearing a Mouseketeer hat and my Play in the Parks ugly shirt collection. And if you want to see what I wear
for a podcast,
you can just join our Patreon for as low as
the wise man
$2 a month.
The wise man just said that ears are too much, and
I think they look great.
I tend to agree. Well, you know what? You know what's actually too much?
Well, because Chris, when you clip this and put it on TikTok, this is kind of my signature thing now. Is the mouse ears?
Yes, we need to grow our Disney podcast. I mean, wait a second. You know what is too much? Maybe the ears aren't too much. Maybe the shirt's not too much. You know what is too much? When you were gone before the podcast started, we did a little guessing game, and I'm going to open this up to Discord as well.
Ooh.
On TikTok, you can donate gifts to people. They're little coins. Yeah. It's like, so I imagine
we've made $78.
We've made $78 on TikTok. Okay, round of applause, everybody.
That's a big. It's more than what we've made on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot that's been on YouTube. It's a lot more than's been on YouTube. You're right. So imagine for people who don't know, imagine TikTok is a foreign country, right? And you can't spend dollars in foreign countries. There's an exchange rate, right? So you exchange your American dollars for whatever currency of the country. And so in TikTok land, you exchange your dollars for coins.
Oh.
So you purchase coins like, and then the coins can be used to purchase emojis,
gifts.
Essentially.
Gifts.
Emojis, not gifts.
Really cute gifts.
Is a stretch. It's a stretch to say a gift.
Sometimes the corgis dance.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
The llamas lick the screen. Yeah. And it's like $35 for 3,700 coins.
Yes. Jaws Roberts says corgi coins, if I may. Now it's basically the complete version of a corgi coin. Yes. Okay. So what we did was we bet on how much Scott has spent on Hold on. Remy, we are in the middle of a comedy podcast and you put in chat, Richard Lewis just passed away. First of all, it was like
old news.
Ago.
That was this morning.
Yeah.
Second of all, we're in the middle of a bit and we get this Richard Lewis passed away. Way to bring down the mood, Sir Remy. Way to be Johnny on the spot with your timing.
Yeah. Anybody have any hemorrhoids they want to tell us about or anything?
I know. Seriously, anybody lose anyway, continue.
Anyway, so we took a bet. So Nick went so Nick went high. I think Sarah went a little higher, no pun intended. Nick said $460, correct?
Yes.
$460 guess that. Sarah said $530 that Scott spent on said coins. Now, Jaws is guessing 5,000 of Rachel's money. little excessive. Anybody have any guesses on how much Scott? Okay, Wise Man says 270. We have a couple more answers coming in. Jaws Roberts is $69. Remy's Roundtable says 500. Splits the difference between Nick and Sarah. Lewis says $378. All right. So before you give the answer. You don't know the answer to this.
I don't know the update, right. But you texted me the other day.
I did. Can I say have this conversation? I texted. I added it up, and I was like, I cannot let the group chat know this. Like, there's just no way, because this is just too real. And so I texted Scott and I said, I just did the math. You spent X amount on TikTok.
No, you said, how much do you think you've spent?
Yes. Okay. So, and I'm not going to give away any numbers, but I will read the conversation. I said,
you can give my guess, because my guess is very close to everybody else's.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find where we talked about this. This was the other day.
Essentially, I said somewhere around probably $400 or $500.
I texted Scott and I said, how much do you think you spent? Because we share the same TikTok. Oh, here we go. It was Friday at 6:00 at night. I have calculated how much you spent on TikTok coins. Do you have any guesses? Scott says probably like $500. I told him the number, and Scott goes, oh my God. And I said, LMAO. And then Scott's exact test. I'm super embarrassed. I don't know if I want anyone else to know. And I said, I wouldn't say anything to anyone. That's why I texted you. He goes, thanks. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm sure by Wednesday it'll be funny. 8:00. 8:00, which is what, 2 hours later? Also, yeah, I think what I said on TikTok is now funny. Now, mind you, I wrote on the TikTok, not the TikTok. I wrote on the Discord earlier. How much do you think Scott spent on TikTok? Find out tonight. Scott immediately texted the group chat. Rachel's on the Discord. Delete that. So today it's tax season, right? So I had my calculator handy, and I went to the transaction tab on our TikTok that we share on the New Friends TikTok, and I added to the penny. And I can say that Nick and Sarah, you guys were not even close.
Oh, God.
Oh,
guys, it's really bad, because I know that what the number was the other day.
It's more than that. It's 20% more than that.
Oh, my God.
We are, as of this recording, on February 28th at 8:53 p.m.
Guys, it's really bad.
So that was Friday, and it was more than 400.
Scott has spent.
Hold on, can I take a guess?
Yes.
I'm going to say $1,150.49.
$1,131.76. So,
oh my God.
Yes, we have made $78. But if Scott would have just put $1,100 in the bank,
I could put my daughter through a week of college. Dang.
I can't even fathom that, Scott. What?
And all I say, and it's getting worse. It's getting worse, because in the beginning it was like $2.99, $5, $10. Now it's just $74. Like, it's just replenishments of like $74. Like, there's nothing in between. Like, it's just, and then Scott's doing TikTok math with me last night. He goes, yeah, if you buy it on I found out you save 30%. If you buy it on, you save 100% if you don't send anyone coins.
I'm building connections and relationships, damn it. I gift them, they gift us.
But also,
so Scott,
add in how many times he's been to the park, how much Bud Light he's drank, tequila.
Here's where it gets worse.
Lewis has had in his mouth.
I'm on this live stream the other day. We went in for a glucose test for Emily for the pregnancy to see if she has gestational diabetes. She does not. Spoiler alert, she's good. But when I'm there, we have to wait an hour. She drinks the thingy. We wait an hour. And I'm on this huge TikTokers live stream. And I spent $2.99 on coins, and I sent him so I could be one of the top people to see him if I got a lot of followers. Scott's in there dropping like 5,000 coins.
No.
5,000 coins.
I've never dropped more than 500 at a time.
No, you were in the thousands, because you were like,
well, yes, total.
You were like, someone came in and donated all these coins. I was like, yeah, because you gained like 45,000 coins over the last week to them. So like.
Here's the worst part, guys. When I first started doing this, it was on my like Apple. It was on the card associated on my Apple Pay, which is like my own checking account. And like I kept having to transfer money from our joint checking account into my checking account because like I'm spending all this money on TikTok. So then I'm like, okay, I gotta. So then I found the online thing, so you could save like 30%. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to start putting on my Amex. I'm like, I don't know that I want Rachel seeing like the TikTok bills. Like, what are you doing on spending money on TikTok? So now it's on like my own credit card and there's zero accountability. There's no accountability at this because I pay that bill. Nobody sees it. There's zero. So it's not going to stop. It's not going to get any better. Like I have a problem, a real problem.
Yeah. It's
I go in. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, this is the financial aspect. We didn't even scratch the surface on how on Rachel's birthday, you guys go to the parks together and you're streaming the whole time.
Yes.
With Rachel on her birthday. Happy birthday. And then you're trying to use her for TikTok ice creams.
Oh, I was definitely exploiting her for TikTok ice creams.
Yeah,
listen, we made $6.85.
Yeah,
Do you realize how much
we don't talk about her birthday.
Do you realize how many Mickey bars you could have had?
Like the real ice cream.
The real ice
just
cream.
realized, guys, you know what I just realized? So he spent this amount of money. You spent an extra $20 today?
Did I? I don't know.
So purchase of coins. Oh, no, but here it is. It's not 74. It's 37, 37, 37, 37. You just bought some at 8 o'clock?
When? This morning? Yeah.
No, it's just. Oh, yes. It was last night. It was your last purchase. Okay. So you spent all this money, right? But let's see when you start, when this started. Oh, February. February of 24. Oh, so it's not even over a couple years.
Yeah.
So this was all
I know
this month.
It's
a leap year. It's a leap year, so you have an extra day. So it's like the average
perfect.
is probably way inflated.
Yeah, the average will drop way down. It'll be fine.
The
I don't even know what to say. Like,
there's not many words to say. No, it's
guys. Okay, so I go into these grow rooms, right? And you get to meet. You make a lot of friends in these grow rooms. It's a follow for follow, and a lot of people have started following us and watching our adventures in the parks and all this. But it's like a radio show. Like I go into That Funny Mama in the morning, and then I go from That Funny Mama to Ben Toy Lives, and then Ben Toy Lives. It goes into the afternoon drive, Shut Up Tiffany. And then after Shut Up Tiffany, it gets kicked over to Slims. And I watch Slims. And then after Slims, it's Sherry Palmer on the overnights.
What's even funnier is Scott's name dropping all these people. And they're not even like Mr. Beast type creators. They're people who just accumulate people in the room and say, donate to me so that you guys can follow each other, right? But the best part about this, so they're famous at being famous. They're famous at just gathering people together. But the funniest thing is when you go into the No New Friends inbox and you look at the messages, Scott will message them and be like, I'm not going to lie, man, I was a little starstruck when he came in the room today.
Big time. Big time. Yeah. These are celebrities to me.
Is this a cult? Is TikTok a cult?
I don't think. Why are you even asking questions you know the answers to?
Yeah. Why aren't we making this into? Oh, we should make this into a documentary, and then
this is the beginning.
That's our
this
next
is how it starts. This is how it starts.
That is our next step in this.
Hey, listen, I know that this is ridiculous, but I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it.
I'd feel really bad if you didn't.
And listen, if this is my midlife crisis, it's fine. I'm not buying a fast car. I don't have a side piece. Although when Rachel finds out how much I've spent, she may just say, you know what, go get yourself a side piece.
I was supposed to say, I'm like, can she wait to find out until after this Jamaica trip? Because I need money. I need paid.
And I looked at Rachel when we were out on her birthday. I said, you probably woke up when you were a kid and said, I hope that when I'm in my mid 40s, my husband is a middle-aged TikToker. And you know what? Dreams really do come true because here we are.
Yeah. So if we do just the law of averages, you're going to be spending $12,000 plus a year on TikTok.
That's a lot. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us that it's a lot of money. We know that already. I'm still speechless over here. Like I could never. That scares me.
Okay.
Sorry, Scott.
Well, I may end up having to sleep on the couch if Rachel ever hears this episode.
Scott, you should record on TikTok Live. You should play this segment to get her reaction.
I don't think so.
That'll get us banned.
Yeah. It's a good thing that a lot of the things that we do on the show are an exaggeration, and there are some untruths that go out there.
Yeah.
Let's just call one of those exaggerations that we do.
I mean, it's to the penny.
I trust Chris on this one.
I whipped out a calculator for this. when I did the $920 you spent the other day, which was Friday, you spent $200 since then. That was just like quick maths. Today was with a calculator.
Oh,
to be accurate. Yeah.
Okay. So, if she does find out I'm sleeping on the couch, but I guess it's okay to sleep in a separate bed, right, Chris?
I actually, when you said that, I'm thinking maybe I should spend $1,100 on TikTok and tell my wife, because I love sleeping in separate rooms. And listen, not only does she listen to the podcast now my mother-in-law listens to the podcast. Shout out to my mother-in-law. I can't make any more mother-in-law jokes on the podcast, even though all of the mother-in-law jokes I ever made on the podcast were just jokes.
I don't know. Go back to episode 137.
Oh,
that's a good one.
That's very specific. They're all very generic, like yo mama jokes. But anyway, love you, Chris. So I love sleeping separate. I'm not gonna lie. Every chance since COVID happened, Emily and I are very conscious of, like, if somebody's sick, I'm just like, you know what, I'll sleep on the couch. And I take it as like a little vacation. Like, I'm not sleeping in the bedroom. I'm sleeping on the couch. When we lived in the apartment, I slept on the couch. And like, I don't know why, but something gets into me. It's like, okay, I'm on vacation. So like, I stay up way too late. I watch like cartoons. I have like some alcohol. I have like late night snacks. Like, I just make it a party. So a couple weeks ago, the flu's going around Emily's workplace, and she starts feeling sick. Like, I forgot to get my flu shot this year. And by forgot, I just was way too lazy to get pricked by a needle this year. I'm in between pharmacies, if you will. So I moved, so I'm still attached to my old one. And I just don't know how to switch pharmacies to a new one. It's like one of those things they don't teach you in high school. You learn the Pythagorean theorem, but they don't tell you how to switch pharmacies. So anyway, I digress. So she's got the sniffles now, and I'm like, listen, I'm sleeping in the spare bedroom. You feel better. And she's like, are you sure I can sleep in the spare bedroom? I don't want to mess up your sleep schedule. I don't want to mess up your schedule. I was like, I don't really have a schedule. But what I really was looking forward to is our spare bedroom bed is so damn comfortable. It is so comfy because it's our old bed from our old apartment, and it's just like the best. So I was there for a week and a half. And then when she went to Florida on vacation, I stayed in that room because it's just the comfiest bed ever. And then she came home. And she's obviously over, but she started like a little cough. I was like, are you sure you want me coming back to bed? Like, I really don't want to catch anything. And then, then we have to cancel an appointment or this or that. I absolutely love sleeping in another bed. Now, Emily and I are both under 5'6". So we do have a king size bed. And since she's pregnant, she sleeps with those pregnancy pillows like Scott does. So she's pretty much contained in her little section. But it's just nice. It's just nice to have your own room. I get to watch Netflix on my phone on loud before I go to bed. No headphones, right? Listen to my nightly Remy's Roundtable without headphones in. It's just I don't have to worry about anything. Do you guys enjoy sleeping in other rooms occasionally?
I actually slept in Piper's room the past few nights because her bed's a lot more firm, and because I hurt my back, and I'm so thankful for Sarah and Lewis. But I've been sleeping in her bed the past few nights, and it's actually been perfect for my back right now.
It's a nice little vacation. Yeah. It's like a home away from home. It's a little vacation. You get it's just like, it's fun. It's you wake up and you forgot, and you realize you should be dusting the spare bedroom, because then you wake up and you're all stuffy from all the dust. Maybe that's just
yeah.
Scott doesn't have that issue because he pays people to clean his place.
Yeah, anytime I sleep in another room, there's a turn down service, a mint on my bed, on my pillow.
Why don't you start paying them in like little gift stickers? See how they like it.
Scott, by the way, if you leave when you sleep in the spare bedroom at your house, you could just leave the towels right on the floor in the bathroom. They just get picked up.
Yeah. If I left a towel on my, when you left your towel on my bathroom floor, I had to pick it up before Rachel saw it. I'm like, Rachel's going to beat me.
Sarah, can you sleep out without Lewis?
Absolutely not. You guys are going to hate this answer. We sleep like intertwined.
Yeah. They're not just intertwined, like he's inside.
Yeah.
Can you explain the intertwinedness?
I could.
Like, what is intertwined? Your arm or your leg or your foot, the ankle?
Like
The
facing each other and legs wrapped around each other. And then I kind of sleep like buried in
Every
his
night?
chest. I don't even use my pillow. I swear to God, if I could send you a picture of my pillow right now, it's covered in cat hair because I don't even use it. The cat sleeps on it. I just lay on Lewis all night. Well, I can't win because he's going to sleep there anyways, so it doesn't matter what I do.
I cuddle for like 35 seconds with my wife, and then like we'll have our hand on the other one's shoulder. That's our cuddling. For
like it touches. Like a foot touches a foot, and that's nice. Like,
and maybe accidentally. Maybe accidentally.
Like you wake up and the foot's touching. He's like, oh my gosh, you gotta.
Like honestly, you could fit a whole nother person or dog in between the two of us because it's like we gotta have our space.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. The cuddling, your arm falls asleep. It's never comfortable.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Oh, if I wake up,
and I'm usually the little. Are you the little spoon, Sarah?
Actually, that's what I was just about to say. If I wake up in the middle of the night and he's facing the other way, I am full big spoon. Like I am. Oh yeah, he's comfortable.
So I do have a chance to be the little spoon there. I'm usually more the little spoon.
You're the little spoon.
Yeah. Just because I can only sleep on my right side in bed, and that's the side of the bed I sleep on. So
I've been sleeping with a pillow in between my legs lately. Do you guys do that?
Oh yeah, I have that.
Yeah, I started doing that. Emily makes fun of me. It's her pillow. I usually like as soon as she falls asleep, she doesn't fit. As soon as she falls asleep, I take one of her pillows and just stick it in between my legs. Really comfortable. But that's the only thing I can snuggle. I can't snuggle a human being. I can only snuggle a pillow.
I think it's good for you though, like your posture, right? That you're supposed.
That's what I tell myself. Yeah,
that's what I thought. It's supposed to be good for your
posture.
posture.
I tell her to support it. I'm like stealing the guest room pillows. I didn't even realize, but I was stealing the guest room pillows. Do that. I forgot to put them back. My mother-in-law slept over. She didn't even have any pillows. I didn't even know. Horrible host.
Speaking of hosts, do we have any like segments today? Is it just us? What's going on?
Yeah, are you guys ready for Jersey Man, Florida Man?
I've been ready. Just kidding. I'm always ready for Ryan.
Whether flipping a fan boat or crashing a truck, these states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Every week, Game Master Ryan brings us two news stories. One is from New Jersey, one is from Florida. It's up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom, located this week in the ER, or ED, whatever the hell it is. I heard Nick was here, so I was stopping by for a visit. I guess Nick swallowed some magnets or ran his bike into the back of a truck or drank some Drano. I don't know why he's here. Anyways, while I'm waiting for them to tell me I can go in and see him, I might as well just check my emails. Looks like I got a complaint email about my segment. Let me go ahead and read that. Dear Game Master Ryan, you shouldn't make fun of Chris so much. It's not his fault he's afraid of water and he doesn't bathe but once a month. Also, I don't find it funny that you make fun of his weight. I find it hilarious. He, strange thing, right? Might be self-conscious about his height. Vertically challenged people have a lot of struggles. Yeah, I'm sure for Chris it's hard to reach a doorknob. Also, it isn't funny you make fun of his beard. Listen, it's not my fault he decided to grow that patchy peach fuzz shit on his chin and call it a beard. I hope you decide to take these criticisms seriously. Sincerely, Christian. Couldn't even bother to change first couple letters of his name. I'm going to go ahead and file this with the rest of all the complaints I get. You know, I was just thinking I haven't heard from Scott in like a week. I better check the obituaries. Nope, he wasn't in there. Just his dignity was in there. It's funny. I thought you sold that to China a couple weeks ago. Oh, speak of the devil, Scott's calling me. What's going on, Scott? Why are you so upset? Yes, it's a leap year. There's 29 days this month. Yes, I know Black History Month is one day longer, but you can make it one more day.
Wow.
No, they can't turn it into just a weekend. Listen, Scott, I gotta go visit Nick. I'll talk to you later. It's my turn to go into Nick's room. Nick, why are you laying on your stomach? Those hospital gowns really don't cover up much, do they? Yes, I'm sure they'll let you bring the gown home with you. Just watch who you wear it around. What'd the doctor say? You're low on vitamin D? So you just need more D? Well, talk to Sean about that. Well, while Nick has some decent clothes on, let's get into this week's Florida Man or Jersey Man. And in our first story, a man is found with a brick of heroin wedged in his buttocks. And for our second story, a girl is bitten by a Kikachu at a petting zoo.
Okay.
A Pikachu?
So we've got heroin up the butt and Kikachu. Sarah, what do you think?
I think I need to Google whatever that is.
I know. What's a
I've
Pikachu?
never heard of that. Drugs, Florida. It's a safe call right there.
Okay, Nick.
I'm say drugs, Florida too. Yeah.
All right, Chris.
I'm going to go drugs, New Jersey. Heroin is the drug of choice in New Jersey. So Kikachu, definitely Florida.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris. Heroin is not, we can't afford heroin down here in Florida. That's why we stick to meth. So I'm going heroin up the butt, Jersey, and Kikachu is in Florida. All right, let's find out the answers.
So our first story is from New Jersey, where a 25-year-old man is being charged with selling drugs after cops discovered a brick of heroin wedged in his buttocks. I didn't know Nick changed his name to a brick of heroin. So that means our second story is from Florida, where a little girl at a birthday party was bitten by an animal called a kinkajou while trying to feed it a piece of lettuce. A kinkajou is a small animal that lives in tropical forest in Central and South America. I didn't know what it was either. The only kinky Jew I know is Sarah. And in other news, in the UK, a Willy Wonka immersive event leaves kids in tears when the event had turned out to be such an epic letdown that customers called the police and compared the attraction to a meth lab. Using candy to lure kids into an empty warehouse? Are we sure this isn't a bald TikToker from Florida? Anyways, that's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much, Ryan. So, Chris, you wanted to talk about this Willy Wonka thing.
Yes, what a segue. Wow. See, Ryan actually Ryan texted me about this last week. Wow. So I'm going to share my screen here because this is this was one of my favorite stories of the year. I know the year just started. Grim Willy Wonka immersive experience leaves shocked social media users in hysterics. So have you ever seen what these immersive experiences are? Have they ever toured your city? Like the Van Gogh immersive experience? Have you ever seen these?
I've seen pictures and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So these immersive experiences, you go in and they're an experience that tend to be immersive. So this one happened.
That's what an immersive experience is, by the way.
Very good, Scott. So you understand it. Okay. So the event was advertised as a full Willy Wonka experience, complete with delectable chocolate fountains, whimsical Oompa Loompas. I was not invited. Ended up being a spectacular failure. Children were left in tears and parents were left furious. Now I'm reading this laughing, knowing because the pictures at the end show what the place looked like. And okay, visitors traveled up to 2 hours to get to the event. It was 35 pounds for a world of pure imagination. But they were instead faced with actors struggling to recite scripts, low-resolution Candyland posters pinned to walls, and children offered a couple of jelly babies along with a quarter glass of Bars limeade. So I read that each child got one jelly bean and a glass of lemonade.
Oh. My goodness.
The unbelievable event went viral on social media as users were in awe of the never-ending dimensions of the failure, which drew comparisons to the Fire Festival.
No.
Actually in awe on how grim this effing outstanding, admired one Twitter user. Another added, the failed Willy Wonka experience is one of the funniest things to happen this decade. One character in the immersive experience stole the show. A grim-looking Oompa Loompa decked out in a bright green wig and stripy clothes could be seen at a pop-up table with bottles reminiscent of ingredients strewed across a surface. So here's the picture of the woman.
My goodness.
Oompa Loompa looks like she's in a meth lab, which is what Ryan talked about.
This looks like if they did an Oompa Loompa skit on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I hope they make fun of this.
So my favorite.
This is
one
like Sarah's Halloween costume, like sexy Oompa Loompa.
A person in a wig, silver mask, and black cloak scared, confused children as he appeared from behind a mirror. The character has since been dubbed the Unknown. So there was this guy standing behind a mirror in a cloak, and he just kept popping up, scaring them, saying that he was the villain of the Willy Wonka movie, right? So
No, Slugworth is the villain of the Willy Wonka movie.
I think it's Grandpa Charlie. I mean, Grandpa
Joe, who can't walk and all of a sudden can do bell kicks.
Yeah, as soon as he got a hand out.
Yeah.
Anyway, on the left was the AI advertisement for the immersive experience. On the right was part of the experience.
My goodness.
Gosh.
It's like the entrance into an elementary school art fair.
It looks like a children's backdrop for like a photo prop that you buy at the Dollar Tree.
You have to put a link to this story on our website.
To put a link. I'm going to. So I talked about the guy that they called the Unknown. This is a video of the guy of the Unknown.
Oh my God.
What?
That's terrifying. It's like a poor man, like if you order Halloween Horror Nights on Wish.
You can hear the kids crying.
Oh my goodness.
So,
well, we could hear it if you were sharing your sound, but it's fine.
Here is more of the immersive experience. A little bit better. You see a couple of plants.
So they went to Spirit Halloween. What is that?
And here's a picture of who, if you're not watching live, it's picnic tables or lunch tables in an open room with a bounce house in a.
That's not even like a bounce house. It's literally the kind you buy at Walmart. That's like, it can fit one person.
So this was like, I'm scrolling through the pictures. I encourage anybody who's listening
the
at
rainbow
home,
entrance.
Yeah, I'm encouraging anybody who's listening at home to please Google just Willy Wonka immersive experience. It's all over the internet. And but anyway, basically, these people advertise that they are going to, make you immersed in the Willy Wonka experience, make you feel like you're a part of something special. They take your money. It sounds a lot like what Scott's being lured to on TikTok.
You're not wrong. So I'm going to do a quick travel update real quick because I want to share a testimonial. Okay, because Nick talks about his company and Sandpiper Vacations, and everyone's like, you're hearing from him. I want you to hear from someone who is satisfied with his service. And
I do want to cut you off real quick. Nick, I saw you got really excited. He said testimonial, not testicle.
I thought his testicle dropped finally. Breaking news.
Anyway,
the immersive experience I've been waiting for.
So today, we were live streaming from Magic Kingdom, and there's a lot going on. It's very complicated because we're trying to switch in batteries, switch out batteries. I've got to have Lewis hold my bag. Sarah's got to hold my water. It's a total team effort. And so we're trying to book Genie Plus, and Nick's like, I got you, boo. And Nick sat in Ohio in the tornado ravished, back pained Ohio, and was booking our reservations for Genie Plus throughout the day. Now, he won't necessarily book your reservations throughout the day. That's a lot. He's got a lot of clients, but he'll help you out. He'll set up your reservations for Genie Plus, the initial one, your dining reservations. But I was, between my Jamaica trip and then this, it was like, wow, this is just a taste of what Nick has to offer.
Just a taste.
Just a taste.
Chris has been tasting
if you want a full description of the taste, talk to Sean. But Nick, you're a scholar and a gentleman, and we wouldn't have gotten to ride Dumbo without you.
Well, and I know my Disney parks, and I knew right where you guys were too, that I wasn't going to schedule something to make you walk clear across the park, because you kind of did that when you jumped over from Thunder Mountain to Buzz. I'm like, why are you way hopping? Or I think you had Jungle. I don't know. Either way, you hopped.
That was me. That was all me.
So I stepped in and I found some great lightning lanes. I'm still very mad that you did not do the teacups.
I'll throw up. That'll be my last Disney stream.
But that's content.
I would have done it.
Content. You did Dumbo, and it was the most. You're so scared. It was so funny. I'm so mad I didn't get a video recording of you saying, "Oh my god, oh my god." You were. My daughter wrote it when she was 2. Loved it.
Okay, so let me explain why Dumbo terrified me today. Because I have nothing to hold on to because I'm holding the gimbal with one hand and then I'm doing the controls. And this thing's rickety. Like it's like a carnival ride. It's and I keep sliding to the end where there is no door. It's just an opening to your death. And I thought for sure several times as we're going around, I keep sliding to the end. I'm like, I am going to fall out of this attraction as I'm just going up and down so I can see Lewis with his thumbs up in the air.
Can we just make sure we get on video next time? Like you saying you guys can have all my money if I die. Like we need like some sort of proof that we're getting something out of this.
We're going to split the $78 three ways. But he'll probably leave most of that to his TikTok agent.
Can I cut in? So we've talked about this plenty of times on the podcast that I love edibles and I'm a little high right now. Scott,
good for you.
Thank you. Scott, you sent us a message the other night and we've not talked about it yet, but you did one.
Yeah. Okay. So this was part of the weekend. This is what we were supposed to talk about until the whole period discussion. So had a really cool weekend. This weekend, we went to Second City, which is the comedy troupe. Larry Hankin was a founding member of Second City, but their traveling tour group was here at the Dr. Phillips Center. So we had like a whole Saturday. So we just got the gummies, and I looked at Rachel. I was like, "What do you think?" Because she woke up in a really bad mood. I was like, "Can we break out these gummies?" And she said, "Hint taken," and yes. So I was excited. We've never done anything like this before, and so I was excited to do it. We did a little honorary cheers with a little,
that's what we
gummies.
did. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. And I took the gummy, and I hated it. It was awful. It
really,
yeah. And I don't know if it was because I had an empty stomach and I didn't eat at all. I felt it definitely hit me, and then I felt woozy, and I had to take a nap. And like I took a shower and then took a nap before Second City the only time I don't have clothes on is when I'm in the shower. I rolled out of the shower and just went right to bed.
Oh, God.
Because I felt so miserable until after my nap was over. But yeah, so I don't know that I'll do it again once.
How much did you
maybe
take?
on a full stomach? One. And they're 5 milligrams.
That's what I was going to ask him. Like one could be, I have gummies that are 20 milligrams here and 10.
Yeah, it was just, 5 milligram.
It's not bad. That's what I
don't know. But Nick, the same thing used to happen to me when I used to smoke the devil's lettuce. I felt sick. I felt hungover for like 3 days.
I think you made that up.
Yeah,
I think you're making that
up. I believe you.
You gotta become a professional like Nick and I.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. But
I think you be your special counsel.
We were super hungry before Second City, and I don't like going to what?
Gummies make you hungry.
Yeah, no, for sure. But this was after my nap. So we're downtown and we're like, well, where are we going to go eat? And we decided to go to Hamburger Mary's. And guys, it was like the big.
You ran into her again?
What?
No.
There's a restaurant called Hamburger Mary's.
Yes, yeah, the restaurant Hamburger Mary's.
Not the nurse.
No.
Okay.
No. But it's a gay restaurant. It's the owners are gay. All the servers are gay. But there was in the middle. We got there in the middle of like the big gay drag brunch or the drag brunch Saturday or something. So we got to see this whole drag show. And I was so excited. It was so amazing. The final act did like Sister Act. She came out dressed as a nun. And instead of having
that was my favorite part.
Instead of having a tip bucket, because I think I sent you guys the video, she goes and gets a collection basket. And I'm like,
that was really good. But it's on like a long selfie stick or something too.
That's like the old school Catholic collection basket.
Yeah, that was great.
Was on the stick, and so I had to tip her. I mean, she was amazing. But I got a picture with all the
queens
ladies.
Love their props.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was so much fun. And I'm like, we've got to go to more drag shows. 100%.
After you tipped her, how much money did you give her?
Less than TikTok.
Hey, shockingly, us Jews, we don't have collection boxes. I'm just realizing that you would expect us to have them too.
No, because the
but
Jews aren't going to part with
we
their money.
don't. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But then it circles back around,
Alex, I think I joked about death too much this episode. You ever just feel like a cleanse from No New Friends?
Oh, yeah, always. Every Wednesday after I get done editing the podcast, I need to cleanse.
Yeah, just like a little bit of family-friendly content, right?
Something wholesome.
You have a recommendation?
Our other podcast, the Disney History Podcast, I think would be a great alternative.
Do I have to like Disney?
It helps.
All right, well, because I love Disney.
Well, that's really good. That's a good start.
Where can I listen to this podcast that I record with you?
Well, our podcast comes out every Tuesday, but if you want, you can also go to our YouTube channel, Diz His Pod, and we have all of our past episodes up on there. We also on all social media under Diz His Pod. We do post every week, and we also have our own Patreon, just like No New Friends.
Really? I'm going to have to go check this podcast out that we do together.
Yes, I would love if you listen to our podcast once in a while.
Alex, what do you got coming up on Diz His this week?
Well, Scott, I'm kind of concerned because you were on Diz His this week. Thought you might remember it, but I guess not. Maybe we just aren't that interesting to you anymore. But yeah, you were on with Chris and I, and we went over the history of the UK Pavilion, the United Kingdom Pavilion. And it was a fun episode. We went over that information, the history, and had some laughs. And, I didn't spend any money on TikTok.
Chris, you got any Cliff Notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
So we talked a lot about TikTok today and Scott streaming in the parks.
Like the last 8 episodes, we've talked a lot about TikTok.
I know, but I just thought of this joke today. So you talk about how he wears obnoxious shirts. You talk about the chat. We didn't talk about all his kids start popping up in the chat. It's really cute. He's got a lot of kids. I'm not sure who has more X's, Scott or the tag on his shirt. Scott talked about how January is stressful for him because February he has a lot of events coming. Scott, if you only get stressed when things are coming, you must live a life of relatively stress-free. Nick talked about how he blew his back out this week. Now, that's at least the second back that he blew out this week.
Wow.
Nick told us that he loves any gift that is Disney related. That's why whenever I leave him, I leave him looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, too funny.
And that's Sarah's favorite movie, too, I found out.
I know.
Scott talked about how he's a horrible gift giver. He also talked about how he streamed to the parks with Rachel on her birthday. This year, he gave Rachel the gift of eternal regret. We revealed that Scott spent a whopping $1,100 on TikTok in the month of February. Now, this during Black History Month of all months. Scott, how much did you donate to the NAACP this month?
Alex, cut that.
Oh, this was good. These last two are my favorite. Scott talked about how he did edibles for the first time. It messed him up so much that he thinks this is the Diz His podcast now.
That was really funny. That's really funny.
And lastly, Nick has been complaining about his back, and I truly feel bad for him. Now, I don't really think anybody on the podcast could relate to the pain he's going through. The only person that could relate is probably Rachel, whose back is destroyed after 5 years of having to carry the burden of being married to Scott. And those are my Cliff Notes.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
Thank you so much, Chris. Nick, where can our listeners find you?
This week they can find me on the TikTok because apparently I'm on there now too working. So, Sandpiper Vacations on TikTok as well as the Emotional Support K Nick. And same on Instagram and all that.
And Sarah, where can our listeners find you?
Old Soul Thrift on Instagram. You can help me get rid of all my stuff, please. I say it every week, but it never works. And super.sarah.94 on Instagram. Or no, TikTok.
And Chris?
Follow me on Instagram at Chris Yob, on TikTok at Chris Yob NNF, which coming this May, I will be exploiting my newborn daughter for likes. I already have it planned. I already planned. Like it's already going to be a thing.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You can connect with all of us. All of our links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. Check out our sweet merchandise. Join our clubhouse and become a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon. For as low as $2 a month, you can watch us record everything live as it's happening on the Discord. You get to see the visuals. You get to see what gets cut, etc., etc., etc. If you listen to us on Spotify, Apple, or anything that takes a review and rating, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. We love that stuff. It really helps us out. On behalf of Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, bitches.
No new friends, just the old and the bold in the world of games.